What is going on, guys? Today on the channel, I want to do something fun. Of course, you guys have seen this on YouTube, but I want to do my top Friday 13 movies. Now, I'm going to omit Freddy vs. Jason, even though I think that's a good movie. I mean, I just don't think it's part of the series. It's probably more Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a mixture of both. Like, I'm not even going to put into the Jason movies, and I'm not going to include the remake. The remake, it shouldn't be included in this one. I do like the movie, but I don't want to include this one. So I want to go through the first 10 movies, but I want to give my honest opinion. My opinion is going to be different than yours, and it's going to be different than any other fucking YouTuber I've seen, man. It seems like every YouTuber will play the safe route. They'll say the same fucking list, and I'm like, you know what, dude? Fuck this shit. I'm going to do my own list, and hopefully you guys enjoy it or can relate a little bit to this. Now, before I start, I do want to say I love the series, and I think every movie is a great movie. Now, I do think some are better than others, so let's just go ahead and let's start ranking them. All right, so for number 10, I'm not saying I hate this movie, but I think it's the worst out of the series. I'm going to go with Jason Part 6, man. All right, so this is when we technically got a continuation from part 4. They want to act like part 5 doesn't exist. And this is when we see Jason come back to life. Jason lives. He comes straight from the ground. And this is probably the best scene, is the opening scene when Tommy is digging Jason's grave and Jason comes back to life with lightning. I thought that shit was tight. But a zombie Jason was kind of like, it was cool at the time. I don't think it aged very well. It's not my favorite Jason, but you know what? It's cool. It looks very cool. And I think the ending of the movie was very, very good, man. It was so iconic. Like, it's in my memory of sinking Jason to the bottom of the lake with chains around his neck. It was epic. And I think those are the best part of the movies, the way it starts and the way it ends. Anything in between, I just didn't think it was the strongest out of the series. I didn't like Tommy. Tommy had the potential to be the best character in the series all the way through. Growing up, me personally, I didn't like him in part 6. I was like, dude, he's kind of weak. I didn't like the fact that we actually saw the kids at summer camp. I'm like, I don't know, man. I just thought it was kind of weak. The main chick, all that. It was the weakest of the series. I don't hate it. I will watch it, but that's why I put that at number 10. All right, so number 9, this is going to be controversial because everyone wants to put this like around number 4, and it's going to be the original Jason, or original Friday the 13th, that doesn't have Jason Voorhees killing. It has his mom, Pamela Voorhees. Now, this is a great movie. I'm not going to say it sucks, but it didn't age well. When you start watching it from the beginning, it drags, man. You don't know who the main character is, and once you realize it's Alice and it's approaching that final act, that's when the movie gets good, and it gets really, really, really good. When you see Alice and Pamela just go at it, that whole scene, I believe that's what the Friday the 13th was, really a short movie. It was like the beginning of it didn't really go together. There wasn't much story. I don't know. I personally think if you see it, like just your own opinion, it really isn't one of the best ones. It's a good movie. It's good, really good. But for me, I will put that at number 9. Now, number 8 is going to be part 2. A lot of people put this as their favorite. And the same thing with part 1. They just want to feel respect where it came from. They're going to put this like Pi Jason 2 is number 2 and the first one is number 4. It's just all the same shit. But I'm going to say this has to be number 8 because it's better than the first one. I think it's an exact replica of the first one, but it made it better. There's a little bit of more story, or at least a little more fun with the counselors. We get some really good kills. And Jason, I didn't really like his design. I thought it was lazy with the potato sack. It just like, it obviously it was not a good idea if they never kept going on with it. And it was kind of weird that on this one, they were like, okay, like, we knew Jason as a kid that drowned. All of a sudden, there's like no explanation. He's an adult. He lived out there in the woods, and he just, I guess, grabbed the potato sack, and that's how he started doing his revenge for his mom being killed or decapitated in the first one. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It has an epic scene at the end when you get to see the shrine that he built for his mom, has the head there, and then you see, the final chick put on the sweater. That was epic, man. That was really, really good. So I think that's what makes it a really good movie. It's a lot better than the first, in my opinion, but it deserves its spot at number 8. Now, number 7, I'm going to put part 7. I think 7 deserves that spot because they took a risk with something different. They wanted to make the series different. They made this chick have telekinesis. So she was fighting Jason just with her mind. It was almost like Jason versus Carrie without saying Jason versus Carrie. I don't know, man. It was a very good movie, but to me personally, it just like, I don't know, the killings was what saved it for me. The kills were so good, but I think the story wise is just something that I didn't grab onto. It just, the telekinesis, it just like, I don't know. I'm happy they tried something different, but me, in my opinion, it's just like the ending with the dad. It was just weird. It just like, I don't know, man. It just, to me, I felt like it could have been better. And for number 6, I am going to put Friday the 13th part 3. This movie is very good. I feel like it's exactly like the first and the second, but this is where they fine-tuned it and made it better. Finally, they came out with the Jason mask in this one. So this is where most people remember the Jasons or will start watching them, is at part 3. Shelly, I don't know, man. He was annoying, but he was a very good character. I like the biker gang in there. I thought they were pretty funny. And I can't forget the Cheech and Chong. I thought it was so funny. They had like a dude that was like Chong. He was even smoking weed there in the back. It's just like, it was a very good movie for its time. I think it aged pretty good. The whole barn scene at the end was pretty tight. And I thought overall, it was a very good movie. And it is one of the better ones. I think it just kept progressing and kept getting better. So at number 5, I'm going to put part 5. Now, I made a video about this. If you guys want to check it out, just strictly about part 5. Part 5 is actually one of my favorite ones. I know Jason wasn't the killer, and that's what people always like to say. Jason wasn't the killer, but it was very entertaining. There was some very good kills, very good characters, and mainly, I will admit, a lot of it is nostalgia for me. It is one of the first Jasons I saw, and I saw it over and over. But I thought it was really good. If you just take it out that you didn't know it was Jason, it's a little different. I think it's better than the first and the beginning first movies. And but it just, I don't know, man. I personally liked it. It just like, it doesn't bother me that it wasn't Jason. It's part of the series. It was somebody doing a copycat, no different than what Scream has done. I think it was all right, man. I personally like it, but I understand why people don't like it. But I think it's stupid. So number 4, this is where I'm gonna put Jason X. Man, YouTubers love to hate on this movie. Not all of them, but I've seen some of them that fucking hate it, dude. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Jason X, it is definitely not the best movie. It has its flaws, but I think they had fun. And that's what it was about. It was fun. He was going to space. Like, it was entertaining most of the way through it. There was a part, like, maybe about 3/4 of the way that dragged for me, but then it comes back at the end. It comes back pretty strong. When we see this new formation of Jason, is just hilarious, man. I couldn't help it but to laugh. And then there's like comedy in it. At the scene at the very end when they program those girls into that virtual world, it's entertainment, man. Jason in fucking space. I don't see why it gets hate. It deserves its spot at right there at number 4. It's very, very good. Now, this was pretty hard. It was like I was tossing it between 4 and 3, going back and forth. But I'm going to keep at number 3 is Jason Goes to Hell. This one gets a lot of shit because people say Jason wasn't in it till the very end. Bullshit. Jason is in it all the way through. It's not the way they liked it. The fact that he was transferring from body to body. You got to see different ways that Jason was into a person. I personally thought it was entertaining. A lot of action, and the fucking kills were just really, really good in this one, especially if you watch the unrated version. The diner was fun. It was a very, very fun movie from beginning to end. And then you could see that little Evil Dead influence in there. Like, where could have this movie went, man? I don't think it deserves any of the hate it got. They did something different. It was fun. It's entertaining, and I don't think it drags at all. There is no dull moment. Like, I don't know who would put the part 1 below this one. Like, dude, part 1, it drags, dude. This one right here, definitely not. Come on, the dude eats the heart, man. Everyone knows that scene. He eats the fucking heart. And number 2, I think this one is very, very important. is Jason Takes Manhattan Part 8. A lot of people want to hate on this one because he was on a fucking boat most of the movie. He wasn't in New York a fucking enough. Like this dude, of course, he has to come from Crystal Lake. Why he got on there, the boat. They could have made it shorter, but nah, it was the first time that we saw Jason in this little space. You're on a small boat. And it was just different. It was fucking cool. Yes, it did probably was there a little too long, but there was a budget behind it. So I totally understand. I thought it was entertaining on the boat. And when he gets off and is actually New York, like the first couple scenes that you see him just look around in New York, or when he sees the hockey mask, that shit's fucking funny. And the movie was a lot of fun. Like think about it, New York is one of the most crowded areas. It's just not going to make sense for Jason to be like in New York. Like, dude, like what they did with it was, I think it worked perfect. Keep it short. He was in just like small little areas, and it had one of the best death scenes I've ever fucking seen. It's just fucking hilarious. That's my number one favorite death scene, when the dude's on the building and he's just fighting Jason with his hands and then gets decapitated. Best scene out of the whole fucking series. Best kill. Fucking made me laugh. And that movie is very entertaining from the start of it to the end. It deserves its spot at number 2. Some people put this as their worst, man. These people are full of shit, man. This is a fucking badass movie. And number 1 is the one that most people put as number 1. And there's no doubt about it. It's well deserved. It's gonna be Jason 4, the final chapter. I felt like part 1, 2, 3, and 4, it was all the same movie, and they didn't get it right to part 4. Part 4 was perfect. It was the inspiration of ending the movie, and they did it really, really good. And I think the Tommy character is what really made this movie. We fell for the character. We love Tommy, especially if you saw it when you were young. You related to him and you wanted to be like him. Come on, he was a little pervert, but besides that, I'm talking about he was like a little Savini making the mask and shit. Like seeing the mask when I was a kid, I was like, oh man, this is very cool. And him shaving the head and all that shit pretending to be Jason. Just the story was solid from beginning to end. It is definitely what they learned from part 1, part 2, part 3, and made it perfect and finalized it in 4. And if the series would have ended at 4, that would have been fine, man. But we wouldn't have got all these great movies. But anyways, that is my top 10. I know everybody's is different, and I can't stand when I start seeing some of these great movies like Jason Goes to Hell, Jason Takes Manhattan. When I see those like on somebody's list and they're acting like they suck, dude, that's the shit that pisses me off, because they are very, very good, solid movies. I felt like they took a different chance. They got Jason away from the woods, from the counselors, like the same movie they did 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a reason why they wanted to end it, and they tried different things, and why people didn't like part 5. Like they were catering to the people. Finally, they're like, fuck it. And a lot of people didn't like it. But hey, man, I think that's the reason why we stopped getting a lot of Jasons, because a lot of people just, I guess, didn't like it or were told not to like it. I don't know. I know when I was a kid, I remember some people saying these sucked. Maybe now it's aged better. I can't tell you what it is, why my list has changed throughout the years. But I really want to just stick on that, is that Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason Goes to Hell, even Jason X. They're very, very good movies, and I think they deserve to be in the more top list. Maybe not exactly like mine, but I don't think they deserve the hate. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, new channel here, drop a like, give me a sub, whatever, and I'll be catching you guys soon. Peace out.
I'm conquering the spirit.